Section 8.2 in algebra. Now we're going to multiply polynomials. You've already learned how to write them in order and add them and subtract them. Example 1, you are going to multiply a monomial, remember that's one term, and a polynomial. Here's what it looks like to start. 2x cubed times x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 5, known as my fancy color coding. Hopefully you have a handout on this so that you don't have to write it all down, but if you're absent or weren't in class, then I guess you're going to have to write it down. So you'll need to pause a little bit more between each one. When you do this problem, you are going to need to distribute, multiply, distribute. And when we do that, we have to follow the rule of exponents. Distribute, follow the rule of exponents. When multiplying, you add exponents. Keep the base. So when we do this one, we get 2x, excuse me, 2x, and 3 plus 3 is 6. Now we do add exponents, but that's because we're multiplying. We're not adding polynomials anymore. Then we'll take the next one. I'll go green here. 2 times 3, it's a positive. So 2 times 3 is 6. Keep x as the base, and 3 plus 2 is 5. Continue on to the next. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Don't forget how many x's you have here. You have 3 plus 1 more right here that you can't see. 3 plus 1 is 4. And then finish off with the constant. You still have to multiply the constant, and you are completely allowed to, even though there's no x's over here. Take the 2 times 5 is 10, but please make sure you carry all of the x cubed back here. So it was 3, 2, 1, 0. Now they all go up 3 times, or up by 3 more. Now you have 6, 5, 4, 3. And since none of them are like terms, you can't add or subtraction. You just leave it as is. Make sure it's in order, 6, 5, 4, 3. In a way, it might be easier than adding polynomials. If there are 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the parentheses, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 terms in your answer. Let's try these. Take the time to write it down. Pause it if you have to. Multiply the big numbers. Big 3 times big 2 are the coefficients. 3 times 2 is 6. Keep the base of x. Add exponents. 2 plus 3 is 5. Minus 3, because 3 times 1 is 3. Keep the base of x. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 3 times 4 is 12. You had 2 x's there. You have 1 more here for a total of 3. And finish it off with minus 3 times 3 is 9. Take the x squared with you. Do a quick check. This was in order. 3, 2, 1, 0. This is still in order. 5, 4, 3, 2. And each one should have gone up by 2 exponents. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 2 is 3. 0 plus 2 is 2. Let's see if you can distribute a negative without screwing up. Good luck. Write it down. Pause it. Write it carefully if you don't have a handout. We're going to distribute negative 5 times 4, which is negative 20. Keep the base of x. 3 plus 5 is 8. A negative times a negative is a positive. 5 times 2 is 10. Or you could say, what is negative 5 times negative 2 is 10. Keep the base of x. 3 plus 3 is 6. Continue on to negative 5x to the 4th. And finish it off with a negative 5 times a negative 12 is a positive 60. But take all x cubed with you. You probably won't have a constant at the end anymore. because you're going to be distributing some x's or some variables. Last one of this page. I would have you try it by yourself, but I'm afraid you'll make the same mistake over and over. We're going to distribute this. It doesn't look too bad. It's nice and short. 3 times 5 is 15. X to the 1 plus 4 is 5. And you may want to put that 1 there right now since you're going to keep distributing it. Minus 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. X to the 6th. And minus 20x. Just don't put the 1 there. Whoops, I was leaning on the board. And you might be like, okay, that wasn't so bad, except if you look carefully, you always got to check. 8, 6, 4, 3. It's got to start with the highest degree. Negative 10x to the 6th has to go first. Then your positive 15x to the 5th. And then your negative 20x. Make sure it's in order. Try this one. 4x, parentheses, 2x to the 4th minus 5y. Let's just throw a crazy variable in there for you. Distribute. 4 times 2 is 8. X to the 1 plus 4 is 5. And when you have two different variables, 4 times 5 is 20, you are just expected to put the variables in the correct order, which is alphabetical. So 8x to the 5th minus 20xy. So what does this one look like? There's lots of u's and v's and squareds in there. We just got to slow down, be careful, think of your alphabet. A, B, C, D, no, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so U comes before V. So when you distribute this, you do 9, U squared, V squared, plus 9, U, there's 2 V's there and 1 V here, which makes V to the 3rd altogether. Minus 9 times 5 is 45. And you have V squared and V squared, which is 2 plus 2 is 4. Now this time you don't really have to worry about the order too much as far as the highest exponent and the lowest, because we're looking at the U's. And they put it in order for you. U comes first in the alphabet, so there's 2 U's, there's 1 U, and there's no U's. So don't worry about it too much the same when there's multiple variables. Practice problems for section 8.1. Those are from section 8.1. And we practiced adding them. What was different when you were adding them compared to when you multiplying them? Remember that you only add like terms. Negative 5x cubed plus 1x cubed is negative 4x cubed. When we were adding like terms, we didn't do that. So that's just a friendly reminder, the difference between 8.1 and right now we're on 8.2. Now we do add exponents because we changed it to multiplication. All right, that's the end of day 1 notes.